And we're back with part 2, so we can go over the bag. Alright, so, like I said in the first video, movies first. So, just bear with me, I'm just gonna stack them all. Okay, no. If I can just do that. Shrink that halfway here. And okay. Told you there was a lot. So the way that we did it was me and my husband. We each had a bag. And as soon as we got in the store, he went to movies and CDs. I went to the books. So that's how we did it. Anyway, so okay, here we go. So to begin, first movie that we got is Death Race. My husband's a huge action fan and he loves Death Race, so now we have it. Put them over here. He also found Death Race 2, and again, ignore the little prices up here because those are incorrect because of the sale. So, yeah, Death Race 2. We got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I thought was really, really cool. This one, I believe, is the last one, which is what we needed to complete the set. I believe it is. I could be wrong. I mean, I still love the Jurassic Park movies and Jurassic World, so. This next movie we got was Flight of the Navigator. And a fun fact, a lot of people who've watched this, they probably know. A lot of people don't know. I myself, I was shocked when I found this little tidbit out. But the little robot here, which controls the ship, aka Navigator, was voiced by the same man who was very well known for being Pee Wee Herman. So, I thought that was pretty cool. Next one that we got is Pitch Perfect 2. And I don't know, I'm sure you can see it. It's still sealed. Like, dudes. Now, I know I have Pitch Perfect 1 and 3. And I was missing 2. So, I was really glad that I finally got 2. And then, my husband actually found this one for me. So I was so happy. The complete first season of Castle. If you guys haven't heard of this show, I highly recommend it. It's basically this woman here, she's a cop. And Castle, which is this guy here, excuse me, he's a thriller author. And this woman comes across a murder that they start realizing that the person that was murdered is basically the same way murder victim in one of his books was written. And so basically it intrigues him to kind of be part of the team, try to figure out who is the killer, why they're doing it, but it also involves a romance between these two, and I just loved it. In my opinion, if you enjoy the TV show Bones, then you'll most likely enjoy this show as well. But yeah. Next movie I got was Insurgent, which is the second of the Divergent series. I have the first movie, Divergent, and I wanted to get the second and the third. They did not have the third, sadly, but they did have this one, so I was glad and I was able to get my hands on it. There's a slight chance I might actually already own this one because we have so many movies I didn't check before we left. So, oops. Hopefully it's not an oops and it's a yay, but fingers crossed. This next one that we got is Love's Unending Dream. And this is part of the Love Comes Softly series. First time that we went there, I was able to get my hands on at least 4 of them. And I believe there's a total of 8 movies. So I was glad to get this one to add to it. I want to get all of them. I'm trying to get all of the books. Currently right now I just got book 1. So eventually I'll find them. But yes, so this series is back in the, I don't want to say Regency times. It's back with, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it, but there's a lot of romance in it. It's, you know, the time where there's the horses and the big carriages and people live in the carriages and they travel, and then they pick a piece of land. They're like, I'm gonna live here, and they build a house. That time period. I know I kind of sound kind of stupid saying it that way, but that's the best way I can just describe it. And I absolutely love the series. Other thing that I got, oh, that's not supposed to be there yet. Okay, sorry. And I'm sorry that I found these, but I know I'm still missing quite a few, but all good time, right? So I found the complete first season of The Big Bang Theory, the complete second season of The Big Bang Theory, the complete third season of The Big Bang Theory, the complete fourth season of The Big Bang Theory, and the complete fifth season of The Big Bang Theory. I don't remember how many seasons there were in total. I know there was like a lot. So I'm really glad that I've got the first 5, at least. And I've watched them on HBO when we've had HBO in the past. And I just absolutely loved it. My husband and I were huge fans of it. We're always cracking jokes. Especially Sheldon. Like the other day, my dog was currently laying on the other side of this bag, so you can't really see him. But he was laying on the spot that I normally sit at in front of the TV by your bed, and I just looked at him and I go, "You're in my spot." And it just flashed back in my brain of Sheldon. But yeah. So this next one is not necessarily a movie. It is a comedy show that used to be in 2004 called Bananas. We have one of them where it's a bunch of different comedians and they do clean comedy, and we loved it. And my husband found this one, so we were really excited to add it to our collection. So that was pretty cool. Next one that we got, another one that my husband found, is Red Skelton, The Farewell Specials. Now, my husband, he is a huge Red Skelton fan. He's been a huge Red Skelton fan since he was young, when he was little. And he showed me some clips, and I became a huge fan of him and his work. he ended up passing away when I was about 3 years old. So I didn't really know about him until I met my husband, funny enough, but he was a clean comedian. He did so many different characters. I mean, you can see them right up there. Ugh, dang light glare, but most of his characters up there, including, just himself right there. And he did comedy. He was very popular. A lot of people enjoyed him. And he stopped performing because the new style of comedy was coming in where there was a lot of profanity in the joke and a lot of not really appropriate type style jokes, more like adult rated jokes, comedians would say, and he did not want to be a part of that. So he said, nope, not doing it. I'm done. Take all my stuff off store shelves, take it off everywhere. We're not selling anything. Get rid of it. Done. I don't want to be part of that crowd. And that's what happened. So we have some of his DVDs, and to be able to find another one is really cool. He was also known for his artwork too. He did, paint a lot and draw. And what's really cool is he was born in Vincennes, Indiana, which is a little ways from where we live. And there's an actual Red Skelton Museum, and we actually got to go there, and it was really fun, really cool. But, yeah. Another thing that we got, and I was so excited that we got it, is Friends, the complete 3rd season. Now, my husband and I, we love Friends. Hence, the Friends Notebook. And, I have another Friends thing in the bag that I'll show you in a minute. But, as of right now, including this one, we've got seasons 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, now we just need season 4. And then we'll have all of them. Love all the characters on the show. But I would say the one that I kind of favorited the most, and my husband has favorited the most, because he always reminded us the most of my husband personality-wise, would be Chandler, which was portrayed by Matthew Perry. May he rest in peace. When he passed away, it was really hard to take in, and shocking that happened. But yeah, Friends, if you haven't watched this yet, I highly recommend you do watch it. I know it's available on HBO Max that you can watch it, so if you've got HBO Max, go ahead and watch it. But yeah, it's a really, really good show. I really, really highly recommend this show. Now, next one is another TV show. And we have season 1 and 2 of this particular show. And we were able to find season 3. And that's Heroes. This is another show that my husband got me into that I never heard of till I met him. Basically, it's about a group of people that they all develop some type of gifts, I would say. This guy here has the power to time travel, or just, she doesn't die. She gets hurt, she heals like half a second. So like she can jump off like a bridge or like a 50-foot tall building and she won't die, which is pretty cool. I don't remember the others. I know there's another guy in here that he has the ability to fly. There's one guy that he gets these visions of something that's about to happen, and when he's getting these visions, he subconsciously is drawing it or he's painting it, no matter where he is. And it's basically I guess they all try to come together, try to figure out how they got these gifts, where did it come from, and how they can use them to basically, help the world, the city where they live. So I was really glad that we got that. And the last movie that we got is Ironclad. Now, this is one that my husband picked up, so I don't really know too much about it. But on the back it says Seven Samurai meets Braveheart. And I know Braveheart's a really good movie. I watched Braveheart, and my husband said that this was a really good movie. So, adding it to our collection. And that was all of the movies. Normally I would write the prices down of each movie and then see how much that we save with those, but because they don't have the actual prices on the back of them like the books do, I won't be doing that. So I figured the books would be just easier to do it that way. So, try to kind of sit closer. So, next thing I want to show you in here, before I start the books really quick, this is the Other Friends thing that I got. It was really cute, and I was so glad to actually get it. And that's a Friends bookmark. It's so cute. But I still like it. Excuse me for the burping. I noticed something on here that kind of made me a little bit sad. Is, if I can just move that out. There's so much of a glare. But Chandler's missing on here. And it just reminded me that, Chandler's gone now. So, yeah, I mean, it's a sad thing, but I'm still going to cherish this bookmark. I'll put it with the rest of my bookmarks. I think this was from an episode where they were all peeking in at him anyway, and that's why he's not peeking around the door. So, yeah, we got that. Put that over there. Now for the first chunk of books. Now this first book is not for me. This one I found for my husband. We're both huge Star Wars fans. And so whenever I see anything Star Wars, I try to grab it for myself or my husband. This one in particular is for my husband. He's not really big into reading, but if it's something that catches his attention, he will read it. And so I found this for him, and this is Star Wars: The Legends of Luke Skywalker by Ken Liu, and that's the cover. And it just looked really cool. I mean, look at that spine. And the pages with the red lines just looks really cool. And as I was looking, let's see if I can get to one of the red pages in here. That's pretty cool. There is that's a solid item. It's really cool. Is that how it's divided? So this will be going with his stuff, his collection. Most of his books aren't here with us. They're also in Florida. So as right now he's got this book and he's got two others that are somewhere. I don't know where he put them, but they're somewhere. So this was his book. So I'll go ahead and write down the price for this one. So we live in the US, so for us, regular price for this book would have been $14.99. So we're gonna go ahead and write that down. Now we got $14.99. Put that there. Well, the next book that I got is, put this pen down, called Love for Beginners by Jill Shalvis. And I'll eventually peel these stickers off. If you guys have any recommendations on how to safely remove these stickers, go ahead and, you know, comment down below and let me know. And I really don't want to mess this up. But that's the cover. I picked up this book because I've been wanting to read Jill Shalvis's books. I see them a lot. And I'm following the author on Instagram, and her books always have beautiful covers. There's another book of hers called The Forever Girl. She just released a new book called The Summer Escape, which I wanted to get my hands on them, but they didn't have it. But they had this one, so I grabbed it. So, this book, full price, $16.99. $16.99 for this little book. So that's that one. And next one's bag, so I'll just put that there. So this next book is the one that I was saying was kind of on my TBR, but it kind of wasn't. In one of my other videos, I was showing a couple of books that I had gotten. It was books 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 of the Tea Room Mysteries, which is I believe it's a Christian cozy mystery. If not, it's a clean cozy. It's one of those two. And I wanted to get book 1 and 8. So then I would at least have books 1 through 9 as physicals. And then, if I had generally enjoyed the series, because I haven't read it yet, then I would get the rest of them as ebooks, because, well, if I'm mistaken, this is a 30-book series. So that's way too many books to have as a physical for one series. So they did not have book 1, and they did not have book 8, but they had book 10. I'm not mad about it. I mean, look how cute that is. I mean, look at the kitty. Look at those macarons. Oh, they look so good. This book just looks beautiful. So, I'll be adding this with the rest of them. Well, crap. There's no price on this book. 1 second. I'm gonna look it up, see if we can find an actual price. Amazon here. Amazon, best place to look. It is, let's see, mystery and, oops, MACARON. Okay, so for this book, well, crap, I don't think it even comes as an ebook. That's interesting. Might have to reconsider. Anyway, so this book is $12.99 for this book. So we'll write $12.99. Okay. Now this next book I used to own, and I got rid of it. I don't remember what my reasoning was for why I got rid of it. But when I saw it, I knew I had to get it again. And it is Confessions of a Murder Suspect by James Patterson. Now, if I remember correctly, I did not have this edition because I don't remember it being so shiny. So, this was really cool to get my hands on, and inside looks really cool. It says, does this girl look like a murderer? And the confessions have only just begun. So this story is basically about this girl. Let's see, what's her name again? Tandy. Okay, so Tandy, this girl here, her parents end up dead, and it comes to be that they were murdered, and her brothers become the top suspects of the murder. And what I assume is she's innocent, and she's trying to prove her innocence while trying to figure out who exactly killed her parents. So really glad to have this book again. So this one, let's see, price is not on the back. So here, $19.99 for this book. And we'll write that here. $19.99. Okay. Oh, wow, 26 minutes already in. We're almost there. I apologize for the long videos. I'm just gonna be pulling them out of the bag 2 at a time, make it easier. Now this next book, I apologize, that's our wall clock. I've seen this movie years ago. I think it was in school, and then I had to watch it, and I liked it, I enjoyed it, and so when I saw the book, I figured, why not give it a try, since I did like the movie, and it's a nice clean story, and that is The Shunning by Beverly Lewis. I've heard the book is really good too, so I figured give it a try. It's not that thick, so yeah. Now this book is $13.99. I didn't pay $13.99, remember. Everything was $1 or less. Now, the books were all $1. I think anything that was less was probably like the CDs, maybe a mix of CDs or movies. But yeah, let's see, $13.99. Bethany House Publishers. That sounds familiar. I think 1 or 2 of my art copies that I just got recently was actually from Bethany House Publishers, so that's pretty cool. I didn't write the right price, right? $13. Okay, darn. This next book I got, I didn't really have any intention of getting. I saw it on the shelf. There was probably like at most 10 copies of this book, and I just kind of glanced at it and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. And then my husband and I, when we got in line to pay, which the line was literally wrapped around the entire store. But anyway, when we got in the line and we were, moving, I happened to look to my right, and I realized we were right next to the section where this particular book was. And by the time we got to that section, there was only 1 copy left. So I went ahead and I grabbed it and I read the synopsis, and I think the synopsis is really cute. Sounds like it's going to be a fun read, so I grabbed it. And that is called The Future of Us by Jay Asher and Carolyn Mackler. They're the same authors who wrote the book 13 Reasons Why. I know it's really popular, but I've been kind of hesitant on reading that one because I know it kind of... It's about a girl who commits suicide, and I'm not really sure if that's something I want to read. I don't really like reading, sad stuff or anything that deals with suicide. But yeah. So this book basically is about 2 teenagers. One's name is Emma. The other one is Josh. And this takes place in the year of 1996. And they were best friends, next door neighbors, and everything was going cool. And there was one particular time where Josh's mother gets an American Online CD, short abbreviated AOL. And she tells Josh to take the CD to his best friend Emma's house so that Emma can install it on her computer. Once they install it on their computer, they notice they're automatically logged into Facebook profiles. Now keep in mind, Facebook didn't exist in 1996. So they're kind of questioning how the heck is Facebook there when it hasn't even existed yet. And what's even more strange is the profile pictures are theirs from the future. And it shows their spouses, their jobs, their family, their homes, where they live. And apparently they're not too pleased in what they see. But every time they try to click the refresh button to get it out, to remove it, the profiles stay, but the information on the profile changes, like their lives change. And so they basically have to learn what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong in the present time that could possibly lead to one of these futures that they are seeing. So I thought that sounded pretty interesting. It's a very short book. So yeah, so I can't wait to start this book. So let's see here. USA, $18.99 for this book. I'm telling you, books are getting so expensive. I don't understand. Because they're using more ink or something? Is it different paper that they're using lately? Or is it just the government just inflating prices on everything? Might be a little bit of both. Alright. Okay, so this next book that I got here is Paper Towns by John Green. John Green is also the writer of The Fault in Our Stars. He wrote An Abundance of Catherines, and he wrote Looking for Alaska. I don't know what An Abundance of Catherines are or Looking for Alaska is, but I did, I am familiar with The Fault in Our Stars. I own the movie, I own the book. I haven't finished the book, but I loved the movie. And I've been seeing this book a lot, and I just never really picked it up. And I just started hearing like a lot of good things about it. A lot of people are like, no, you should read it, it's really good. And then I found out that there's an actual TV show now. So when I saw it at the bookstore, I was like, you know what, I'll grab it. So on the back here it says, who is the real Margot? Quentin Jacobson has spent a lifetime loving the magnificently adventurous Margot Roth Spiegelman from afar. So when she cracks open a window and climbs into his life, dressed like a ninja and summoning him for an ingenious campaign of revenge, he follows. After their all-nighter ends and a new day breaks, Q arrives at school to discover that Margot, always an enigma, has become a mystery. But Q soon learns that there are clues, and they're for him. Urged down a disconnected path, the closer he gets, the less Q sees the girl he thought he knew. So, and there's a blurb here in the front saying profoundly moving. Apparently, the Looking for Alaska book was awarded the Prince Award. Interesting. So was the Abundance of Catherines. Might have to check those out too. Yeah. So this book was full price $9.99. So we'll write this down here. $9.99. Paper Towns. Oh my, we're going past a half hour. I am so sorry, but we're almost done. We're gonna try to go a little bit quicker. Well, this next book is by Kathy Raches, and it's a Conspiracy of Bones. Now, this is one of the books to the Temperance Brennan series, which inspired the TV show Bones. I own about 5 or 6, maybe more than that, of the Temperance Brennan books. And so this one I knew I don't have, so I figured I'd go ahead and add it. And yeah, so this one full price was, holy smokes, $27 for this little book. Jeez, I think it's just the most expensive one out of this whole list here. Okay.